Later that night at Kristen Shed's, the other engines were fast asleep. All except for Chris, who was still thinking of a way to get back at them for what they said yesterday. How can I make Alec and everyone else see that I can be stronger than they are? He thought to himself. Little did he know, he would get his chance. Meanwhile, in a shed near the main sheds, Helen and the coaches were discussing what they had witnessed today. I just can't believe that Chris actually thinks he can be better than everyone else just because he got a rebuild. It sounds quite petty if you ask me, said Betty. Quite right, Betty, quite right, added Franz from the very back. Well, said Sylvia, let's just hope that Chris will see the error of his ways and change for the better. Just then, Sir Reginald walked up to Chris. Evening, Chris. Evening, sir. What can I help you with? Well, I need to take a late-night goods train to the other end of the line. Do you think you can do it? Well... Then, an idea flew into Chris's funnel. He had a cheeky idea. Certainly, sir. I'll get right on the job straight away. That's a good engine. It's right over there in the yards. Be quick now, said Sir Reginald, and with that, he walked away. And with that, Chris left the sheds to get the train. Soon, Chris backed onto the freight cars and was ready to start his trip through the night. However, the freight cars on the train had other ideas. Oi, lads, when we get to the hill, we'll push them as hard as we can. Pass the word to the others. And thus they passed the word to each other all along the train. This Chris is definitely gonna have a surprise he won't forget. The shunter fastened the coupling between Chris and the freight cars, and when all was set and ready, it was time for the train to depart. The guards whistle blew, and Chris steamed off into the night. He then passed through Christian Station and was soon on the main line. Chris was making excellent time down the main line. Chris was enjoying himself immensely. Come along, he called to the freight cars. The freight cars came along quietly, but they had their own trick ready for when they reached Hogwarts Hill. They soon went through Wellworth and was approaching the hill. Nearly there, called Chris.